Max Sasson joins us now. I think I said his name 2 different ways, but there was different pronunciations this year, Max, so I apologize for that. But
Good.
how are you doing today? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, good. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, it's a great day out here.
Your team's success, I don't want to say it's caught people off guard, but you guys are looking like a well-oiled machine out there. And right now, we're again, like we've said for the past couple days, furthest time in franchise history into the playoffs. What's gone right for you guys?
Yeah, I think a lot of things of playing probably our best hockey of the season at the end of the year. Kind of everything clicking together, and us kind of finding our chemistry and our identity as the season went on. And that's thanks to a lot of good practices and video sessions. And then as you start to win games down the stretch, you start to believe more and more. And I think we have every guy that's played this playoffs, all 4 lines. It's cliche, but it's so true. We have really good depth at the forward group and the back end, and then obviously unbelievable goaltending with Artie kicking in net right now.
Watching the games, the atmosphere at the Abbotsford Center just looks electric. I'm curious for you what it's been like playing on home ice, how much fun that's been, and just in general, how fun this playoff run has been for you, considering you're playing this sort of high profile, all situations role.
Yeah, it's this atmosphere in Abbotsford, the past few games, even in round 1, the third game, it's been just a treat to play in front of. We get so excited every single time that we're stepping out on the ice. It's something like no other, seeing the towels waving and the fans going crazy for, it seems like almost every chance, every hit, obviously every goal, every save. It's so much fun to play in front of them, and we're looking forward to it for next weekend too.
For you personally, I noticed you averaged 2.6 shots per game in the regular season. You haven't had less than 3 in the playoffs here. Is that something you focused on heading into the playoffs, just increasing the shot volume a bit for yourself?
Yeah, I think for sure, as the playoffs came around, I think it feels like, especially early and late in the games, that every shot could come out of it. And I think we've been trying to put a lot of pucks, make it hard for the other team around, especially the goalie around the crease, and throwing a lot of pucks in there. So I've been trying to shoot, but I think that as a mindset of our team, we've been really trying to throw a bunch of pucks around the net and maybe get some dirty goals along the way, which we have, and we're going to try to continue to do it.
What can you say about Artur Shilov's performance through these playoffs? Not just how well he's played in a lot of these contests, but also the resilience where, after a bad loss or a pull, he's been able to stay mentally strong and bounce back whenever he's gotten that chance again.
Yeah, I think I said it after the game, our last game. It seems like every single time that there's a big moment, a big game, and his whole career, whether it be the World Championships or last year in Vancouver, and now here, it seems like he really rises to the occasion. Every single time that like you said, he gets pulled in game 2, and what did he allow? 1 goal the rest of the series. Just a resiliency and his mindset. It seems like he's always super confident in himself, and that gives us a lot of belief when we, just the way he goes about his business. He's always on the ice early, getting extra reps, always taking breakaways after, and just that ultimate. He has that swagger to him that you really look to in a goalie, that he feels that every shot is coming, it's going to be stopped, and that's a great feeling to play in front of.
You have the best playoff beard on the team, in your humble opinion.
Yeah. Let me try to think. Yeah, Phil DiGiuseppe has quite the beard, but this is getting long, which is a great thing. We got some other ones.
Jujar Khaira too.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Jujar's got a good one coming in.
Juge has a great one. Deej, you haven't seen Wooly, but Willanen has a pretty good one coming in. Mancini has like the little like neck thing going, which is a nice look too.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got some good facial hair, and then I've been trying to get I'm telling Ty Mueller, he's my roommate, trying to get his going, but it's coming in slowly and surely. But no,
I've been there. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
For you, like personally, looking at the 29 games of sort of experience you had at the NHL level this season, what was your biggest like takeaway or learning experience from that?
Yeah, I think just you know how every little thing, especially in our like my situation coming up, like every little play was just so important and crucial, and especially at the NHL level, it felt like your mistakes were um, magnified, and it felt like if you know uh, turned one over or lost a puck battle, it felt like you could be spending time in the D zone or a chance against, and I think also I think from a mental aspect of showing myself that I can play in the NHL and ready for that, um, and just consistently doing it. I think because in the AHL we play pretty much Friday Saturday, where in the NHL it's every other day. So you're constantly it's game, maybe light practice and then game. So I think I learned a lot of how to be a better pro, and honestly a better like NHLer, if that makes sense, because it's every other day. So I think consistently getting my recovery and getting my mind right each and every day, and honestly taking the off days to relax and then gear up. I think I learned a lot both on the ice with every puck, and every single battle, it felt like, is so crucial, and also mentally being in the right mindset every game to have a great game.
Does that change at all? Because you mentioned it, different schedule in the AHL and NHL. You were up and down this year. You spent time in both leagues. So, like, and again, you don't have to get into your whole recovery routine, but are you recovering differently when you're in the NHL? Are you taking that to the AHL? Like, how do you kind of balance that when you're in both leagues?
Yeah, I think it's different. So in the AHL, if it's pretty much Friday, Saturday, most weeks you're playing. Usually have Sunday off, and then usually have, a whole so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I mean, on a lot of weeks that you have, 4 or 5 days to so obviously you can practice a little harder. You can lift more in your off days, not off days, but just at the rink. Monday,
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday practice schedule. So, and then obviously in the NHL, the schedule, the travel, you're kind of always going. So, you got to make sure your touches are really good and the reps you get in practice, because you don't get as many of them. And also in the weight room, getting your workouts in when you can, because obviously the NHL schedule is a lot different. So, but yeah, I used a lot of the resources that um, in Vancouver that we have, and it was great to work with trainers and strength coaches, and using everything that they have with the sauna and the steam room and the hot tub and the cold tub, and using all those resources to feel really good, and your body ready to go for you could be in Dallas one night and then you're flying to Winnipeg the next night, and so learning how to do all that, and adjusting from league to league.
Speaking of the recovery side, to sort of talk about a fun little side tangent, it's been really interesting to talk to other players about, some guys love the sauna, some guys hate the cold tub, but
Yeah.
do it anyway. For you, when you look at all the different recovery tools, and even like Normatec, especially with the NHL guys in the team playing, they have that. For you, what's your can you rank your most to least favorite sort of recovery tools?
Yeah. The I love the cold and hot little diversion there, and so I'd probably say my number one would probably be the hot tub, and I mean probably the steam room, and then I really do like the cold tub. I like the sauna. I actually really like going in the sauna and then do the cold tub, or and then you get back in there and you feel really good because it's so hot in there. So yeah, I think those are probably how I'd rank them. I really do like the Normatec boots. Honestly, I like all these things. I mean, they feel, it makes your body feel really good. So I am big into I used to just do the legs in the cold plunge, but now I'm going full plunge up to here. So I'm happy about myself that I took that step and I could get in there.
I appreciate you diving into that, because I'll tell you, Max, the reason we asked you that question is because Harmon and I talked for about 10 minutes earlier this week about Harmon had a workout and he was like, oh, I did all of these recovery things, but I don't know which one worked for me. So I think that's why we were asking you to rank them. So appreciate you going into that. That's great. That's great.
Yeah, I do think I really do like the cold plunge and the hot contrast. So that probably works for me the best. But I also yeah, I mean, I really like them all, but whatever works for you, right? Everyone has a different body, so.
That's the real reason we wanted you on today, was just to ask you how we can recover better from our workouts. No, in all seriousness,
fans a little insight.
In all seriousness, obviously a lot of buzz around Manny Malhotra right now. We had him on the show a couple months ago. Super insightful guy, seems to really explain everything really well, everything he feels and everything he means. What's it been like to be coached by him? Like, how would you describe him as a coach?
Yeah, I think he's intense, and he really cares about us. So that's kind of the two things I would say. And he really cares about just people in general, which is a really cool thing to see from a coach. Every single day, you walk by his office. Good morning. How are you doing? How was dinner? Stuff like that. And even a little thing like going out of his way. He remembers every single one of the wives and girlfriends' names. That's just kind of person he is. He's really big on the respect aspect. And then obviously as a hockey coach, we all respect him. We all know, what a great career he had. And we really have bought into, he really is. I think his video sessions are, some of the best that I've seen of just everyone is on the same page. And he's always asking guys if they have questions, and he's always explaining. And I think that's why you see when we play very structured and, a very everyone consistent of everyone knows where everyone is on the ice. And I can't say enough good things about him. He's been an unbelievable coach for myself and this team. And I think as you see, a lot of guys that were called up played really well. And it's a big credit to him.
Yeah, we actually had a question from a listener here, a super chat, as we like to call them in our YouTube chat. And it was just about your experience getting called up. What was that moment like for you? When did you find out you were getting called up? And just, it feels like ages ago now. It feels like we've seen you for a while now, but, played 29 games up here. What was it like getting that initial call up?
That was probably the best day of my hockey career so far. I'd say it was a really special moment. I remember, we were walking to Whole Foods in Henderson, and my phone died. And then I went back to the hotel and I turned it on, and RJ had called me, Ryan Johnson for listeners. And I figured it could be a good thing. And he called me, and honestly, I was just so excited, at a loss for words, because when you don't get the call, it was probably like a year and a half. You start to really question, maybe, am I going to ever get a chance? And that was an unbelievable call. And I was so excited. I think I called every single person in my family, all my friends, because, they're all a part of it too. When you make your NHL debut, it's, every single person that was along with you on the journey along the way deserves to be a part of that moment. And it was super special.
All right, Max, final one comes from Brandon Assel, the play-by-play guy for the Abbotsford Canucks. He asked how Browns was after the game. He's in our chat right now.
That was shout out Brown Social House, McCallum, Abbotsford. They set us up with the patio, and the whole team came, all the family that was there, the wives, girlfriends, and all that. And we celebrated the series clinching win. And it was fun. We had our laughs, and then we woke up on Saturday, and we're thinking about is Colorado.
Hell yeah. All right, well, hopefully there's another celebration at Browns. We're hoping for the best for you.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah, best of luck, Max. Thanks for doing this.
Yep, have a good one.
There he is, Max Sasson. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad he was able to take the time. We appreciate him taking the time to join us on today's show.